Hi boys and girls. I wanted to come back today with a read aloud about penguins. We're working on our bubble map, so you're going to listen carefully today and try to find some more facts so you can fill in your bubble map. You know, I realized that yesterday's reading was it was mostly about the emperor penguin, but then at the end there was a map that showed several different kinds of penguins. Those were not all of them though. There are many different kinds of penguins. Let's go ahead and read a book called First Discovery Penguins. Look at all these different penguins. You notice their heads and size are different. Their markings of their feathers are different. So let's go ahead and find out what we can about penguins. Antarctica at the South Pole is the coldest place on Earth. Temperatures can drop to 76 degrees below zero. But there are some animals who don't mind the cold. Now here in this picture we've got seals, penguins, sperm whales, and a killer whale. So you can see the sperm whales are out here, and the killer whale, here are the penguins, and the seals. This part of the world is inhabited by many birds, including penguins. Penguins have webbed feet and short wings. They cannot fly, but they are excellent swimmers. So since this book is telling us there are several kinds of birds, we have an albatross, a snow petrel, and a southern giant petrel. So some of the other birds that do fly and are not penguins are pictured here. All penguins live in the southern hemisphere, so below the equator. Some live in Antarctica and others live in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and the Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador in South America. Here are three kinds of birds that were once called penguins, but they are not related to penguins. They live in the northern hemisphere and they can fly. So you've got the razorbill, the common murre, and the Atlantic puffin. So at one time people thought these were penguins, but they're not related to the penguins. And they also live in the northern hemisphere above the equator. So here are the different kinds. We have an emperor penguin and a king penguin. We have an Adelie. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Some people say Adelie, Adelie. I've heard it said different ways. An Adelie penguin, a Gentoo penguin. This one is called a chin strap penguin. Think if you're wearing a birthday party hat and you got that strap under your chin. The chin strap penguin. This guy is called the macaroni penguin. This guy right here is called a rockhopper penguin. They have those crazy yellow feathers. This one is called a Magellanic penguin, a yellow-eyed penguin, and then the little fairy penguin. I think the fairy penguin's kind of a bluish color. So see, there are several different kinds. And they're different sizes, and they have different feathers. During mating season, Adelie penguins, or Adelie, or whatever, they gather by the hundreds on shore in breeding places called rookeries. So when penguins come together to have their babies, to hatch their babies, it's called a rookery. Now, this penguin is picking up rocks to make a nest. Watch this. I love these pages. So it's moving its rock to the nest. Pretty cool, huh? Excuse me. Emperor penguins have different mating habits. They gather in rookeries on the frozen sea, and they do not build nests. After the female lays the egg, she passes it to the male without letting it touch the ice. He keeps the egg warm by balancing it on his feet and tucking it under a fold of skin on his stomach. So watch what happens. She's got the egg. Oh no. She's got the egg, and now the dad does, and his pouch of skin is over it to keep it warm. For about 9 weeks, the female, the mom, goes out to sea to look for food while the male penguin watches over the egg. So she leaves to go and get food. During this time, males do not eat at all. They stay warm in the glacial cold of winter. They huddle, or to stay warm in the glacial cold of winter, they huddle close together and protect their eggs. From time to time, the penguins on the inside switch with the penguins on the outside who have their backs facing the wind. So you could take your family and huddle up together with mom and dad and sisters and brothers and practice and see where it's warmest. Is it warmer on the outside or on the inside of your huddle? You can pretend like you're a penguin. There's a surprise waiting for the mother penguin when she returns. Her baby has hatched. Penguin mates find each other amidst the hundreds of other penguins by recognizing each other's voices. So that's how the mommy and daddy know where each other are. They can hear their voices. So here's the daddy with the baby, and here's mommy coming back. And there they are together with their baby. The mother penguin now has enough food to feed her baby. It's the father's turn to go fish. About 2 months after hatching, young Aloud penguins can look after themselves, but they have to watch out for skuas. The skua is a predatory bird that often attacks small penguins. Look at the little guys. I was watching a show last night, and it had an eagle chasing down other birds. So, you know, they will eat birds. Once they are grown, Aloud penguins spend most of their lives on ice and in the sea. They only return to land when it's time to hatch new penguin chicks. So they live out there in the ocean on the big ice floes, the icebergs. These are Aloud penguins. They are very playful. They love to slide into the water on their stomachs, but they have to watch out. Enemies like this leopard seal hunt penguins for food. So bears hunt seals, and seals down here hunt penguins. Penguins look similar to these marine mammals. They have layers of fat on their bodies, just like these mammals do, to keep warm in the icy cold waters. Penguins spend much of the time in the water hunting for fish and sea life to eat. This is a Ross seal, a crab-eater seal, a killer whale, and a Weddell seal. So penguins actually come in various types. They always live south of the equator. It sounds like they've got blubber. They have webbed feet. What other kinds of facts can you come up with? Today, I want you to finish your bubble map with as many facts as you can think of about penguins. Work hard to get it done because we're going to use it in the future. When you finish working on this, put it into your writing folder so you have it later this week because we will need it for writing time. Have a great day. Bye.